Welcome to episode 4 of At Your Command, the series where we break down Neville Goddard's teachings and show you how to actually apply them. If you've been following along, you now understand the power of I am. That every assumption, every belief, every thought you persist in is a decree that reality must obey. But here's where most people get stuck. They try to change their lives, but nothing happens. They affirm, they visualize, they repeat positive statements, but their world remains the same. Why? Because they don't understand the true way to pray. True prayer isn't asking, it's not begging, it's not hoping, it is assuming. And in this episode, I'll show you exactly how to pray the right way so that your desires are not just possibilities, but inevitabilities. Let's begin. In religious traditions, prayer is often seen as petitioning a higher power, a distant God that may or may not grant your request, depending on whether you are worthy. But Neville Goddard reveals a deeper truth. When you pray, go within in secret and shut the door. And that which your Father sees in secret, with that will He reward you openly. This isn't about kneeling, it's not about words, it is about state. Praying correctly is to assume the feeling of already having what you desire so deeply that it becomes your new reality. You don't ask for something, you become it. Let's break this down. Most people pray as beggars. They speak to God as if He is separate from them, pleading for things they do not believe they already have. But this is why their prayers go unanswered. If you pray from a state of lack, you reinforce that state. You are affirming, I do not have this. And since your I am creates your reality, it keeps you stuck in the state of not having. This is why Neville says, to be conscious of being poor and to pray to a God for riches is to be rewarded with that which you are conscious of being, poverty. True prayer is not asking for something outside of you, it's claiming that it's already yours. Instead of the traditional model of begging some external force for what we want, Goddard revealed something radical. That prayer is actually about embodying the state of already having what we desire. It's like we've been writing letters to Santa our whole lives, when in reality, we are Santa. Let me tell you a story. Neville once met a man who'd been trying to heal his body for years. He had prayed, fasted, even traveled to spiritual healers. But his condition remained unchanged. Neville asked him, "When you pray, what do you say?" The man responded, "I ask God to heal me." Neville shook his head. "That is why you remain sick." He explained that the man's prayer was affirming the state of sickness. Every time he asked to be healed, he was reinforcing the assumption that he was not already whole. Neville told him, "Do not ask to be healed. Assume you are healed." And so the man did something radical. He stopped asking, he stopped seeking. He began to live from the state of already being well. He felt what it would be like to be healthy. He imagined walking with strength. He embodied the reality of healing. And soon, his body had no choice but to comply, because his new assumption had taken root. This is why Neville says, prayer is not so much what you ask for as it is what you claim. You must feel yourself into the state of your desire fulfilled until it is more real than your present limitations. It's like ordering at a restaurant. You don't sit there saying, "Oh, please, I hope I can have the pasta someday." No. You order and simply assume it's yours and wait for it to arrive. And that's exactly why this approach is so revolutionary. So how do we actually implement this in practice? Well, here are the concrete steps to help guide you. Go into the silence. Close your eyes, shut out the external world. Assume the state, feel the wish is already fulfilled. Dwell in it, experience it deeply until it becomes natural. Let go. Drop the need to check or force. Know that it is done. Let's say you desire financial freedom. Do not pray, "God, please give me money." This only affirms that you do not have it. Instead, enter the feeling of already being wealthy. How does it feel to have more than enough? How does your body respond when you check your bank account and see abundance? How do you move, think, and act now that money is effortless? That is prayer. Because prayer is not asking, it is being. This approach feels completely different from traditional prayer. Instead of that familiar sense of yearning and hoping, there's this profound sense of calm certainty. So here's what I want you to take away from this episode. True prayer is not begging, it is assuming. Whatever state you pray from is what you will receive. You must pray as if it is already done. The outer world has no choice but to reflect your inner assumption. In the next episode, we take this even deeper, because once you understand the correct way to pray, you must also understand what is stopping your prayers from working. Neville reveals that most people unconsciously serve two masters. They assume something new, but still react to their old reality. And that contradiction is what keeps them trapped. In episode 5, we will break down why you cannot serve two masters, and how to fully commit to your new reality so nothing can shake it. And if you're ready to go deeper right now, you'll find more resources linked in the bio. Because your state is your prayer. And the only question is, what will you assume next?